completed our registration process along with login and logout in the previous movie. Now we'll move back to the place where we left, and that was giving admin authority to approve or disapprove comments. For example, if I click on this read more button, you can see that we are fetching one comment here with the status of on. So we will design one page with the name of comments.php on which the admin will be able to approve or delete comment. So I'm gonna open my file of basic.html and I will save this file as comments.php, changing its title, and now going inside its header. So it will be manage comments, and for font awesome it will be fa-comments. Let's go to this page. So this will be our page of managing comments. So let's add the content here. So going to the place where our header is ending. So instead of this br tag, I will start with one section that will have the bootstrap class of container. Let's give it some padding at the y-axis with margin bottom of 4, and inside here we will have one div with the bootstrap class of row. Let's give it some minimum height of, let's say, 30 px. Then inside our row we'll have another div with the bootstrap class of col -lg-12, and for height it will be 400 pixel. Let's add the comment at the beginning and ending. So inside this div we will have h2 tag, unapproved comments, and then we need to fetch our comments from our table, so adding PHP scope. So first of all, grabbing our connection. So in order to work with the database we have to include the basic includes. So I'm gonna copy all of them from here, including the confirm login, 1 2 3 4 5 line, copying it and pasting it inside this comments file right at the top. Now I can work with my database here. So global connecting db, and then writing the SQL for fetching all the comments. So select all the columns from my table of comments where the status column is equal to off, and order by ID DESC. Then on the next line we will have this variable execute that will use our database and use the method of query passing SQL here, and then we will have one variable with the name of srno that will be equal to 0, so that we can iterate every single column in form of a sequence. Then we will have one while loop that will use this variable of data rows, and by using this execute it will call the method of PDO, that is fetch. Then here we will have couple of variables. So first variable will be comment ID, and that will use our variable of data rows and the column of ID. Then we will have another variable with the name of date time of comment that will fetch the date and time column. Then we will have another variable with the name of commenter name that will fetch the column of our name. So going inside my comments table, we will fetch this column of the person name from here. So I will put it right here. Then we will have our comment content variable that will fetch the column of this comment. So adding it here, and then we will have another variable with the name of comment post id that will fetch this column of post underscore id in case if the admin want to see the live preview of that post. So mentioning post underscore id here. So this will be the PHP to fetch all the records where the comment status is off. We can show all of this data in form of a table. So I will add one table. So right in this div, I will have one table that will use the bootstrap class of table dash stripped and table dash hover. Then we will have t head that will use the bootstrap class of t head dash dark, and then we will have one tr tag in which we will have our th tag. So the first column will be for the serial number, the second one will be for name of the person, third one will be for date and time, then the actual comment, then we will have action, then details. So this will be the head of our comment. Let's move this h2 heading from here and put it right before the table, and let's remove this table ending from here. Now we need to add the body of our table. So right here I will add tag of t body, and after that we will have our ending of table. So here we will have our tr tag in which we need couple of td tag. So in the first td we will echo the sr number, and we need to increment here so that we can have sr no in a sequence. So for the first one I will add one PHP scope in which I will echo this sr. In the second one I will echo commenter name. Then we will have our date and time variable, so echo this one. Then we will have our comment content here. Then we will have buttons of action, and that will be approve button and delete button here. And at last we will have anchor tag that will take us to the page of fullpost.php, and in order to see that post we have to pass this comment post id here, so putting it here. So then for iterating every single comment we have to remove this ending of while loop from here and put it right before the ending of our table in a PHP scope. And let's also put this date and time at the second index. So if I save this one and refresh this page of comments.php, see we have our table here. We got the error in undefined variable date time. So what's the error here? So our variable was date time of comments, so I have to correct this one. So that's it for comments. Now you can see that this date and time is taking too much space here. So I can add one string length function on it. And also it's possible that our person name should have more characters that will make this table to be collapsed. So right here, so right inside this div, I will add couple of if statements. So if the string length of my variable of commenter name is greater than 10, then make this commenter name variable to show only first 10 characters. So in the first parameter of function substr, I can put this commenter name and show me from 0 to the 10th index and concatenate it with dots. So same like this commenter name, I can do the same thing for my others. So if the string length of this date time of comment is greater than 11, then just show me first 0 to 11 characters. So I will not apply this validation on the comment content because I want the admin to see the actual content. So if I save this one and just refresh this page, see, now we got the dot, but the order is not right. The name should be here and date and time should be here. So I can make the heading to shift a bit. So first we will have our date and time, then we will have our name. So saving this one, refreshing my page. So for this details column, I will add one button here. So this anchor tag will have bootstrap class of btn dash primary, and for the content it will be live preview. Let's divide this field into two. So I will add one more th here. So the first one will be for approve, the second one will be for delete. So for the data, we'll have one anchor tag that will take us to the page of approve comment.php, and for search query parameter id will be equal to the comment id so that we can approve our comment. So adding PHP scope here and echo comment id, and I will apply the bootstrap class of btn dash success and putting this text here. So same like this, we'll have another td that will take us to the page of delete comment that we will create in our upcoming movies. So it will have the bootstrap class of danger, and for the text it will be delete. And for live preview, let's add one more attribute of anchor, that is target underscore blank. So saving this one, so we'll have two buttons here for this td. The first one will be associated to approve, the second one will be associated to action instead of delete. So saving this one, if I refresh my page, see, now we have these two buttons, approve and delete. So if I hover, you can see id is equal to 12, id 11, id 10, and here is id 12, 11 and 10. If I click on this live preview, you can see there is some problem with the id, so I have to correct it. So I have to add the equal sign here. So if I save this one, refresh my page, you can see now we have id is equal to 11 13, 13, 14. So if I click on this live preview, this is the post where one comment is pending. Let's not apply the restriction on the content because it's making it weird to have these dots here. So let's remove these if condition from here. So saving this one and refresh this page. It looks better now. And one more thing I told you before, whenever you are showing something, must apply HTML entities function so that you would not break any HTML. So applying the HTML entities function on SR number, on date, on commenter name, and on comment content. Saving this one, refreshing this page. So we have fetched these comments where the status is equal to off. In the next movie, we will make this button of approve active.